I am so incredibly excited you're here today because we're looking at a story that is just remarkably inspiring, beautifully complex, and honestly, deeply human. We're talking about the life and journey of Sushant Singh Rajput. Let's just dive right in, shall we? We're going to explore how a guy from a middle-class family dreamed way past the perceived limits of his world, how he conquered an industry without any traditional backing, and why his journey still captivates millions of us today. So, grab your focus because this is literally a masterclass on the power of an unbounded mind.
Some stars shine brightly, even after they are gone. That quote perfectly sets the emotional tone for our explainer today. We're not just tracing a standard career path here. We're really looking at the lasting impact of a small-town boy who pulled off what many would call the impossible. His life actually became a blueprint for dreamers everywhere, proving that your starting line doesn't dictate how brightly you can eventually shine.
Section 1. Engineering the Dream.
So, born on January 21, 1986, in Patna, Bihar, Sushant grew up in a middle-class family, but he had this massive, intense curiosity for science and astronomy right from the start. And he wasn't just, casually studying engineering. The guy was operating at an elite level. Get this, he ranked 7th, yes, 7th in the entire country in the ridiculously competitive Delhi College of Engineering entrance exam. Plus, he actually won the National Physics Olympiad. He was firmly locked into this highly successful engineering track. But, as we'll see in just a second, destiny totally had a different script written for him.
Right in the middle of his intense engineering studies in Delhi, a brandy spark hit him. He found this profound passion for dance and acting. He joined Shyamak Davar's famous dance classes, got involved in local theater groups, and this just perfectly captures his drive, right? He never did anything halfway. That new passion literally took him all the way to Australia to perform at the 2006 Commonwealth Games ceremony. So acting was slowly but surely becoming his true calling, and it pushed him to make a massively brave call. He dropped out of his engineering program and moved to Mumbai to chase down those dreams.
Section 2. Television to Bollywood Stardom.
Now, Mumbai's entertainment scene is notoriously tough to break into if you're an outsider, but his rise was just incredibly fast. He kicked things off on TV in 2008, but 2009, that was the real game changer. He landed the breakthrough role of Manav in the hit serial Pavitra Rishta, and he instantly became a household name all across India. People just really connected with his simple charm and those deeply emotional performances. But he was dreaming even bigger. Fast forward to 2013, and he makes his highly anticipated Bollywood debut in Kai Poche, which turned out to be a massive hit both critically and commercially.
And Kai Poche was definitely no fluke. His acting style was just so remarkably natural. It completely won over critics and audiences, cementing his spot in Bollywood super quickly. I mean, he followed it up with back-to-back major performances in hits like Shud Desi Romance, the absolute blockbuster PK, and the critically acclaimed Detective Byomkesh Bakshi. At this point, he wasn't just a TV star anymore. He was a legit rising force in cinema.
Section 3. The MS Dhoni Phenomenon.
Okay, 2016. This is where he takes on the absolute mammoth task of playing the legendary Indian cricketer Mahendra Singh Dhoni in a huge biographical film. This was the exact role that shot him straight into superstar status. And he didn't just show up on set and read the lines, guys. Sushant put in months of this crazy, intense, methodical prep. Step 1. He perfectly nailed Dhoni's iconic batting style. Step 2. He locked down the physical body language right down to the tiniest mannerisms. And Step 3, he completely absorbed that stoic, highly focused personality the cricketer is so known for.
And the payoff for all that intense preparation? MS Dhoni, The Untold Story, was a massive, resounding success. Fans and critics were just blown away, pouring out praise for his dedication, his ironclad discipline, and the sheer emotional depth he brought to the screen. That film resonated so deeply with people, and it proved without a shadow of a doubt that Sushant Singh Rajput was officially one of Bollywood's biggest and most bankable stars.
Section 4. A mind beyond acting. But if we only talk about his movies, we're really missing half the story here. While the public saw the glamorous Bollywood star lighting up the red carpets, behind the scenes, he was a deep thinker, a genuine polymath. He never lost that childhood love for science. He was obsessed with astronomy, artificial intelligence, physics, coding. He read constantly. He was always talking about complex scientific theories and how important it is to keep learning new things. It's such a cool contrast, right? The glitz of his day job versus his intense, pure passion for understanding how the universe works.
And honestly, nothing shows off that unyielding curiosity quite like the number 50.
Sushant meticulously put together this personal bucket list of 50 life dreams that he actively wanted to achieve. And we're not talking about a shopping list of expensive things to buy. This was a true testament to the sheer scale of his ambition and how much he just wanted to experience every single facet of life.
These dreams were literally limitless. He wanted to learn how to fly airplanes and actually bought a flight simulator to start practicing. He wanted to do real work in artificial intelligence. And what's really beautiful is how selfless they were, too. He wanted to send kids to NASA workshops so they could get as fired up about space as he was. It just shows you exactly how wonderfully unique, inspiring, and wide-ranging his personal goals truly were.
But what happens when the dream meets reality? We really need to pause here for a second, because up to this point, we've been talking about a meteoric rise and this incredibly brilliant mind. But life is complicated, and behind the scenes of this massive success story were some very real professional and emotional hurdles.
Section 5. Tragedy and Enduring Legacy. According to the source material, despite all the visible success, Sushant reportedly faced intense professional struggles and severe emotional pressure within the film industry. A lot of fans and observers saw him as an outsider who constantly had to push back against powerful, entrenched systems in Bollywood. And on top of that pressure, there were major career disappointments. For example, director Shekhar Kapoor mentioned that Sushant had poured his heart into prepping for a film project called Pani. So when that project was eventually shelved, it reportedly left the actor deeply heartbroken.
And then came a day that absolutely shocked the entire nation. On June 14, 2020, Sushant Singh Rajput was found dead in his Mumbai apartment. He was only 34 years old. According to official investigations and post-mortem reports, the cause of death was ruled as suicide by hanging. The news sent this massive shockwave across India. It triggered a huge outpouring of public emotion, non-stop media coverage, really heated debates about the industry, and a lot of widespread conspiracy theories.
Because of that intense public outcry, the case was scrutinized heavily. It was investigated by multiple agencies over several years to uncover the exact truth behind his tragic passing. And looking at the updates in our source material, in 2025, the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, reportedly filed a closure report on the case, officially ruling out foul play in his death.
Now, while his passing was an undeniable tragedy, the way he is remembered really does tell a story of triumph. Millions still remember that small-town boy for his incredible intelligence, his unending curiosity, and his absolute kindness. He proved that you could have basically no film background and still become one of the brightest stars in the country. But maybe more importantly, he is remembered as an enduring inspiration. He's defined by his courage to dream differently. He wasn't just a star on a screen, he was a dreamer who literally looked up at the stars and just wanted to understand them.
Which leaves us with one final thought to ponder. How will his story inspire you to chase your own limitless dreams today? Sushant Singh Rajput's life shows us that curiosity is an absolute superpower, and that our goals do not have to be boxed into just one single path. He might not be with us anymore, but through his films, his 50 dreams, and the memory of his brilliant mind, his legacy definitely continues. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and whatever